Today I just have a small computer, so it looks very busy. So what we do today is we review the homework and we review all of turn in the homework, and then we will do rating at the end together. So this way you will see everything first. So it's not like first one, when you read it, there's no reference. Okay, so okay, so each writer, we call it each writer. How I'm going to do this. Okay, so each writer will I present your page, and I'm not going to see any of this, so to have more screens, Audrey, so you need to watch everything for me. So as first is Lina. So would you turn on your audio? And first I still missing an image, I'm sorry. It's just everybody turn in homework in last minute. It's my fault. So Lina, are you there? Lina, are you there? Can you talk about, unmute your?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your web page. Tell about your web page. First, it's my problem. It's I haven't got a chance to load this image.
Well, that's all right. Okay. It's my turn to talk about it.
What do you say?
Oh, all right. Let me know if you need me to talk.
Okay, you talk about it. Here is, you tell me how you design this web page. And then here is our rating system I show this. We have 4 criteria. Number 1 is overall look. So web is talk about look. The second, basically layout, neat, balance, and use comfortable color. The number 2, if the web mobile friendly, which is responsive. The third one is does all link do all link works, because sometimes don't have a broken link. And the fourth is does the web use more HTML or W3 tags, because this is just to see if you use a lot more what you learn later in this class. So just you present, you tell me which one to click.
Okay, so this is my homework. I think since I'm retired, I stay most of the time at home, especially the COVID-19 pandemic. And I just painted my house, built the deck. So I think what I like to do is put my project in this homework so I can share with everybody. So this is a front page or main page. That's my house. I just painted it 3 months ago. It's a new color. Okay, let's go to flower garden.
You see, where it's load, I let everybody review the code a little bit, and you see it's They use the Google Font and they use W3 library as a link. All right, okay, go back to that. Okay, you talk about Lena.
Yeah, this is the second page is about my garden. And me and my husband, we spend a lot of time and energy in our garden. So this year, everything looks great. So you can see we have different kind of flowers, and it's colorful, it's beautiful. And we save seeds for our neighbors, and they love the flowers, so they will plant flowers again next year. Okay, so this is my second page about my flower garden.
Okay, I want to inject a little bit. Initially, Lena sent me all these pictures in like 4,000 pixel wide and maybe 3,000 pixel height. So it's basically it's the same size as you just took it from your camera. And when I post it, I just shrink it into smaller size. And I want to just tell everybody, when you do the web page, always shrink your image, because this the speed is a load. The huge image is going to take longer time to load, and it's not necessary. So that's it. And also I want to say is you see here, she used a card and the letter, what she used, look the code, is she used I have to wait. Okay, put here. She used the display, you see here, use display container and put this letter at bottom left. So that's the effect of it. Okay. All right, so next page.
Okay, next page is vegetable garden. And I have some problem with this the display. All the photos or pictures are shrink. I think because of too large, it's harder to display in the computer, and so it doesn't look as good as the garden, but it's supposed to look like the same. But because of the size of the pictures or photos, it doesn't show very well. But you can see that's just my idea.
Okay, here is, you see the image is width is 100. So it's basically shows the whole image, 100 shows the whole pictures. And do you see it's only show part of the picture, not the whole picture?
Well, it's something strange. Is the picture is rotate the size.
Okay.
It's supposed to look like a far right. That one is but it's all of a sudden is a twist, and so it's become a horizontal. It should be vertical picture.
Oh, should be vertical picture, as you said, it should be like this.
The right one, yes. Yeah, the right two. Those are vertical picture, and all of a sudden they change it to horizontal picture.
Okay, so that's the good thing is we have to look the web page in our own computer and then load it to the server to see what it is. That's what I use. Inspect. It's always small screen. I use inspect to see what that's why I can see exactly what this is. You see, that's what I say. 100 width, Normally you only use 100 width, not use 100 height. So the height, let's adjust itself. Okay, so that's where improve the code. And okay, so anyway, 100% is good. So show the whole pictures. Okay, so and yes, when you do this, you want to make you pre-cut all the image into the same size, so it's going to display.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Next.
The next is my deck.
You see, here's this the code, and you see, use all the W3 container, the white. You see, basically, you can tell this user card, and bottom is all button. Okay, so the deck still load. So my internet may be a little slower. Should be okay, but because I record, so the computer is too busy. That's why I strongly recommend the people to size the image. Even I size to relatively small, but still 600 pixel width, because I don't know how big the image. I just like quickly size it first. Okay, workload days. I'm going to, and during this time, Lena, would you just talk about yourself, what you do, and if you don't mind, we do like tell the age, if you don't mind.
Okay, I don't mind. I'm a retired professor from Portland State University. I worked there over 25 years. And 5 years ago, I retired and I spent most of the time at home. I'm 73.
You're 73?
Yes.
Oh, great. Thank you. So, okay, here's your deck.
Yeah, this is the last page is my deck. Me and my husband rebuilt it. There was a deck, but it's old and it looks really bad. So we rebuilt them and by ourselves. And this is our first time. So we learned from YouTube online and just built ourselves. It looks good. We are pretty satisfied with our work. And we show our friends and they thought it's some professional people did, but it's both ways. Of course, we got a lot of help from our neighbors. And so anyway, this is one of our projects.
Okay, great. Now I go back to homepage. I want to show to everybody one thing which I correct. It's a mistake everybody should learn. You see here, when I first load the page, here's what I see. I don't see the Chinese character. And then the only thing I add, you see at the page, I add this one. It's a character encoding. I put this UTF-8, and after I put this in, you see the letter shows. So sometimes when you display on your own computer, because your own computer already have a Chinese character, so they know they pulled out correctly, but on the web server, they don't have. So that's just, since I do use the Chinese, so I know the tricks. So if you use this UTF-8, basically that's the widest, the biggest font or international font. So this one you can basically select. Yes, to view all the font. So this is the safe one.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, So we go to the second one. And the second one, Lena, Henry. Okay, Henry, would you turn on your speaker and talk about your page, how you designed it, and also because introduce yourself later.
I designed my thing by using the W3 things such as the colors and containers.
All right, sorry. Okay. So, okay, you want I click anywhere? Here's the page. You see, he used the link and not load the W3 locally. And here's container center. All right, so what's next you want me to click?
You can click, I don't know, about the letter A.
Okay. Oh. Okay, great. So this is the link to this. And about the X. Okay. And about the name Henry. Good. So no broken link. Can you talk about the more? What else you used?
I also used colors and then I used different fonts.
Yes. That's right. You see here? What he used is use the font to provide, you see, each section has a different font. He used the font provided by, is built in the W3. See here's fancy font, this font, and this. And use the okay. Here's one small thing I noticed. You see here, just one of the section of the code. You see you wanted the text center, right? And you also has text left align. So it's display perfect. There's I do my magic inspection. Why display perfect? And in some cases it may be confused. You have two definitions. Here is, you see here's W3 center. If I here's W3 left align, you see get crossed out. That means left align, this one is not being used. If I remove the center, you see it's a left align here. This get used. If I remove this, okay, not take any effect because our website normally we do the left align by default. So if I put this left align back, not do anything, so I put this center. The reason is this work properly when you double it and the two conflict each other, they will use the later one. So just for everybody's information. Okay, great. So use all different color background. And Henry, would you introduce yourself a little bit? What do you do? What's your age?
I'm 12.
Okay. Your high school or middle school?
Middle school.
Okay, great. Okay, here's Henry. And the next one, you see, his page page don't have a lot of pictures. And that's why it's so quick, so fast. Others just happen to have a lot of pictures, even a size is smaller, but it's still take longer. Okay, here's Lucy's web. So Lucy, do you like turn on and talk about it?
Yeah, sure. So my website is basically 5 containers. The first one is the title. The second one has the 3 pictures. And the third one is a little brief description. And the fourth one is 3 like detailed descriptions. And the last one is a footer.
Great. And I quickly turn on the source. Okay, you see here, she used a link, the W3 library. You see, because all this is Chinese, so we don't have a problem. Even we don't use UTC, this font decoding. And she used a Google font, used several different font. Patrick, and here's Bungie and the Patrick again. And okay, you keep talking about. So what I can do, where I click.
You can click on the history button.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll like pop up the history of Wu Zhen, and yeah, it's called accordion. I found this in W3 schools, and I think it's pretty cool. And I also changed the color like after you clicked on it, so you can, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yes. So you swap it. Here is you swap it, changing color, and you click it, changing color. So we will see how she did the code. That's why I go here, use inspect. So because here's the source code, I have a hard time to match it. But if I use this inspect, and I will get to here exactly. You see, here's the button, accordion, and then you down has this whole paragraph. And here's accordion. We go here to look. Here's accordion, and the button down. Look here, the accordion has a whole bunch of JavaScript. So how you get this JavaScript? How you find it?
Oh, it's on W3 School's website. So I just copied their code.
Okay. Okay. You see here's changing toggle active and the height, something. And where you're changing the color? You don't see.
It's in the CSS, which is linked into another page.
Okay, good. Okay, you see, she has another page called the main CSS. Is here. You see, here's in her body, she defined the basically the entire page use Patrick hand. And the big header, she used a Bungie. And then because here's the rest of them use Patrick. Here's the page. Here is, and here's accordion. You see, here's the background, whenever change, etc. So basically, she put a CSS herself. You see background, and this is and the panel. So this is beyond the W3 gave you. So when you have something is W3, you see here's class. She put a class called accordion, which is not W3, it's defined herself, okay? And I noticed one thing is really, really neat is this lantern.
Yeah, I found this on Google and I thought it's pretty cool and it goes well with my topic. And it looks pretty good too.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I noticed this. It's really, really cool. And lantern she has this lantern is here's the code. So CSS2. So okay. And do you like to talk about yourself, your age, your grade?
Sure. I'm 13 and I'm an 8th grader in middle school. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. So next one. You see all this page come up very quick just because look this image. It's very small. You see, what she did not really use the image. She just directly linked to somewhere else. You see, here's the image. You see HTTP and this image size. Okay, here's. You see the rendering size and 375 times 225. That's looks. And its real size, the real image size is 12,000 times 750. So that's okay. Next, thank you, Lucy. Yes. Okay, June. Do you talk about your page?
Sure. My name is June Chentout. So I actually borrowed some of Lucy's code she did from last class because I really like some of the themes. So I built upon that one and then added additional features.
Great. You know, steal others' idea is a good thing in web design. Okay.
So my first page, here is the top navigation bar, and then the whole page is responsive. If you move to the small screen, you'll see all the photos will be stacked in one column.
Okay, yes, one thing I forgot to try it, which is responsive. And others, when we do rating, we go back. Okay, you see here, it's smaller, and then, okay, so it's not small enough. I do other way. Inspect, and here's phone. You see? It's responsive. You see the menu stacked and the picture stacked. Yes, great. Okay.
And then you can click to go to the Nanshu Chinese Garden.
Okay. So here's the link here and the font changed and also here. And I want to see this link is, so what's the effect? See, here's link. So color. So she used the color is just she did herself, not to use W3, but the layout is W3 third. Page source. Sorry, take longer to load. You know, that's maybe your picture is big too. Let's see your pictures. Not that big, so my internet is good, not good. You see here, the size is 400 something and the original is 700 something. Okay, Here's Lansu Chinese garden.
Yes, so I also use some Google fonts
Okay.
to make it cursive for the names. And also this top navigation bar, if you make it smaller, it will become just the 3 lines instead of showing everything.
Okay. Yes.
And also I use the icons for home.
Yes. Use the icon. Okay. Here's we look the code. So you see, she used a font. That's the cursive. Another font is just a regular one. Here is the font also. So this is how the house will show. And you said it's a stack. Let's see. I have to use this one. So on the mobile, yes, you see here on the mobile, and all the menu change into this one. See, vertical bar instead of the horizontal one. You see here's a mobile, and the reason is here. The reason here, you see, you can, this, you see mobile supposed to go here, but the picture image is too big. It's basically stretch the whole mobile a little bit. So if you use image, you see the image with, oh, you do use 100%. Let's see.
I think someplace I have to change to 90%. It will make it look better. So I probably forgot to change on this page.
Right. Okay, but it's good. So you at least you're correct. Okay, so this the Windows SE. You see phone 5, phone 6. You see 6 is to be better. You see everything centered. If we use the phone 12, oh, X, you see it's much more balanced. I think somehow image cannot, you see this is the perfect, you see menu all the way to the end, image here, the center, this card, it's exactly centered, everything centered properly. So that is why when you write a web page, you have to test over and over again. See, sometimes certain thing is wider and stretch out. And another thing I want to see is here is, what is this? You see, I may need it because I did not have time to look for this. I may need to put a UTC here for some special character.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's just a prompt, IT prompt, but I don't know what character introduced. So, okay, so, and Japanese garden, it's a great, really responsive.
And also, actually, in the Chinese garden, you probably don't want to go to the Japanese. It's the same. Chinese garden at the bottom, I have made the font smaller, so it will show it better on the smaller screen.
Okay, this one bottom. Okay, I do look. You see, it's this, the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the footer.
The footer. All right, good. Now it's the Japanese garden show. Okay,
so just the top one, the picture, you can actually click the dots and it's a slideshow.
Oh, nice. Good.
Or you can also click the circles in the middle to jump to different pictures rather than in order.
Okay, so what this code, you get this slideshow code.
Oh, I actually borrowed from, you can see on top of the page, there's a link, and also there's the script.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so this not okay. Hold on. I look your code. Okay, this is top. You see, she used a lot to customize her own code, own style, and the plus. You see the navigation bar, and here's and also plus. Yes, that's normally is the responsive. And so what's that sliding thing?
Yeah, here's the my slide,
Yes.
and with the buttons and plus and minus, and then there's the scripts on the bottom.
Okay, here's the script. Okay, you see here's the JavaScript. I assume at the bottom. That's JavaScript. And for this, you see the image is use display container. You see, I saw it somewhere. You see the display container. So put this dot everything on the, you see the location, the bottom. Okay, great. So anything else I need to click?
I think that's it.
Okay, so do you like introduce yourself also?
Sure. So I am a physicist.
Okay.
I'm a retired physicist.
Oh,
And then I've worked in tech industry for many years. Now I'm also tutoring students.
oh, great.
So I really appreciate what you are doing, because it's quite a challenge teaching students over Zoom, especially trying to get everybody's feedback.
Yes. Yes. And do you, since you said that you're retired, do you mind to tell your age?
Yes, I'm 58.
Okay, great. You see, we have such a big age span in the whole class. So at least this time, no 9 years old. You know how hard I teach 8 or 9 years old. Okay, now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, now we come back to do our voting. So exciting time. Let's see if how I'm going to get. How can I get this? All right. First of all, I want to stop the recording. Okay. Okay. Here it is.